You think you know me? Say I'm as cold-hearted as they come.
Welcome in, everybody. Today we're gonna do a 30-minute lower body FIITMIX fusion. If you are not sure what a FIITMIX fusion workout is, I'm gonna tell you all about it. First, I wanna make sure you have the equipment we're gonna use today ready to go. So you're gonna need an assortment of dumbbells, and this is gonna be completely individual to you. I have heavy, medium, and small available. You're gonna probably use more of your heavy and medium today because we're focusing on lower body, which are bigger muscle groups. You can tend to afford to have a little bit more weight. And we're also gonna be doing some single-sided movements, so you're gonna wanna match on both sides with the weight you select. I'll cue more as we get into our workout. And I am also going to be including a bench today, and that bench is completely optional. I'm gonna start the clock, meet me on top, and I'll tell you a little bit more of the protocol as we get into our warm-up. Okay, so I'm gonna use the bench later on in this workout, but I also, as I mentioned, will be giving you options for if you wanna use the bench. It is completely optional, as most of the things we do. I always wanna give you guys a lot of options. On deep breath, exhale. Good, give me 3 more like that. Intentional breaths. In through the nose, out through your mouth. 2 more. Exhale, keep your core pulled in tight, especially on that exhale. And then get ready, I want you to find one lead side, engage the core, leg swings, front and back. We're gonna go 30 seconds on each leg. So everything is time-based today. Your rep range, I want you to go heavier on the weight, which means lower on our reps. They are straightforward sets, so 10 to 12 reps is our goal. Right now, you have that opposite leg firmly planted. You're feeling the glutes catch you as you swing back. Core engaged the entire time. Go ahead and switch legs. Same thing, brace, kicks front and back. Now today is gonna be a little bit of a slower pace on our strength and mobility moves. And then when we get to our cardio HIIT, it's gonna move a little faster. Now I have a very unique circuit today. Focus on that balance, of course. This circuit is gonna go mobility, 2 strength moves, cardio HIIT, and we repeat it. We do 2 sets of everything. Good, you have 5 more seconds here, and we're gonna go lateral to X. Okay, first lead side, check it out. Lateral and X. Stay here for 30 seconds on this first lead side. Warming up adductors, inner outer thigh, booty. 30 seconds, 1 lead, then we're gonna switch. Good, the music's just a backbeat, you don't have to follow it. And I want you to really get in tune with your body through this entire session. What's your range of motion? Breathe deeply, keep your core engaged the entire time. Let's switch. Second lead, take it side, take it back. Now you actually will not see these moves specifically today. Well, actually, you'll see a little bit of a lateral lunge. I have a new unique mobility move for that one. But this is a great way to warm up the lower body. 15 more seconds. Head and chest stay lifted. Smile stays on, of course. I am convinced that if you do the workouts with a smile, not only do they go by faster, but you enjoy them more. Okay, standing glute activator. Back to that single leg stance, press back. I'm gonna angle with a bent knee. Turn out to the side. Just give me little lifts. And this is focused on hip extension. Keep going. Again, following that 30 seconds on each leg. This is a move I highly encourage you to do if you struggle to engage your booty and really feel it. You can do this any time of day. Go ahead and switch. You don't have to wait until a dedicated workout with me to do some of these mobility moves, which is part of my reasoning for wanting to squeeze a lot in today. If some of them feel just so good to you, you're like, ooh, I felt like that unlocked a different part of my body. Add it into your routine during the day. Maybe you're standing waiting while you're cooking dinner and you're doing some glute extensions and squeezes. Hey, it all counts, right? All right, from here, we're coming down to the floor and we're gonna do a 90-90. Hi, Kristen, how are you? Okay, check it out. 90-90 for the first 30 seconds, and then we're gonna add the lift for the back 30. 90-90s are a staple hip mobility move, and then we add kind of the spice and the seasoning to it with different layers. And you'll see what I mean when we get into some of our mobility working sets. Good, open up and then switch. Keep the booty on the floor the whole time. Good, I'm keeping my hands on the ground. You can do this with no hands. And actually, now that we add on, go to no hands if you can and add that lift, 30 seconds. Squeeze up and lift behind. This is really opening up through that hip flexor, activating the glutes. Nice job. Again, another staple in my routine. A leg day for me always includes a 90-90 and a prep. These extra few minutes that you take, dedicate in the beginning, help you for your whole workout. All right, come to one lead side. Clamshell. You're gonna lift up to a side plank. Top leg is gonna clamshell and open. Good. 20 seconds. We take a 10-second switch. Hit the other side. Again, this is just a warm-up move. And this is our last warm-up move. Notice my feet are together. My body is straight. I'm activating my booty to open up. Also inner thigh. You should feel that. 10 seconds. Let's switch sides. Hopefully you're also getting a little heat build in the body. Press up. Stack those feet. 20 seconds. Press out. All right, team. If you need more time to warm up, please pause me and take that time. Otherwise, when we pop up in 10 seconds, we're gonna take a 30-second transition. That's it. And get ready for our first set. Remember, mobility, 2 strength, 1 cardio HIIT repeat. 30 seconds. Go ahead and come up to the top with me. You do not need a bench for this first circuit. Our first mobility move, check it out. You're gonna lunge down, drag your foot in. Lunge down, drag your foot in. 15 seconds before we start. Then you're gonna wanna grab your heavy weights. We're doing focused heavy squat, heavy deadlift, and then we'll do some cardio. Take those legs wide. Everything is 45 on, 15 transition. And here we go. First mobility move. Let's begin. So lateral lunge, drag in. Lateral lunge, drag it in. This is a new move. I am always finding ways to progress your mobility. And there's even more ways we can progress this. If you want, because we'll be doing 2 sets of this, you can opt on the next set to drag a weight or maybe just something light like a block. I'm gonna leave that up to you. I'm just giving you that thought if you wanna add it in. 10 more seconds. Then we're gonna grab our heavy dumbbells. We're going to front squats. Remember, 10 to 12 reps. That's all I need, nothing crazy. Break. Nothing crazy on the rep side, I should say. Weight side, I want you to go pretty heavy. Front squats, I want you to rack it up. You could be here, you could be here. You can certainly take them in front of your body, lowering. Here we go. So focus squat, meaning I'm gonna come down, take my time. You have 45 seconds to complete 10 to 12 reps. So I want these to be high quality movements today. Looking so good. Sit and then squeeze up. You're counting your reps. Good. Plenty of time to complete those 10 to 12, which means plenty of time to challenge yourself with that heavier weight. Again, that's individual and it's what works for you. Ooh, squeeze up. Now as I go down, little form here, don't round your low back. Break for 15 seconds, set those dumbbells down. I encourage you to keep the same weight. We're gonna do a full set of deadlifts. The stance today is neutral, not super wide, not super narrow. Are you ready to go? Here we go, first set, deadlifts. Good, now just like the squat, if you wanna take your legs a little wider, you're likely gonna have a little bit more range of motion. And that's just because you have a little extra room in that lower body. The narrower the squat, the narrower the deadlift. Sometimes it can be a little more challenging to get into that full range of motion. Again, individual. Non-negotiables for your deadlift are what? Soft knees, hinge at your hips, push the booty back, knees out slightly, squeeze through and finish that rep by really pulling through with the core. 5 seconds. Nice job. And break. Okay, first cardio move. We're gonna bring that bench out. We're gonna do sit to stand, bench jumps. So it looks like this. If you don't have a bench, you're doing squat jumps. Let's go. 45 seconds. This is a great first HIIT cardio move to ease into it. No equipment, down and up. You're sitting on your imaginary bench, right? Nice job. 45 seconds. All of our cardio hits today are plyometric based. However, you can also keep this low impact by just raising up on the toes. 15 more seconds. You always have the option to remove the jump. But if you can manage a few, give it a try. Just promise me you land softly as you return back. Take a break. All right, round one done. We're going back to the top. Lateral drag. So take those legs out to the side. Lateral drag that opposite foot in. 45 seconds mobility. Let's begin. Good, so you saw in the description, we're circuiting between mobility, strength, cardio HIIT. Really unique session that allows you to break, recover, while also challenging range of motion by improving mobility, strength, and then cardio HIIT for heart health. You get a 3-for-1. All about the efficiency, right? 10 more seconds. Can you get deeper into that lunge? Nice work. Drag it in. Break. Get ready. Front squats, deadlifts. You only do 2 sets, so this is your last set of these. You're well recovered for them, ready to go. Challenging the body whenever possible. And let's begin, team. Sit, squeeze through. Good, come up nice and slow. Oh, Kristen, I'm reading your comment. In a little bit of a recovery, that's okay. You know you could do this entire session body weight as well. You don't have to even add the load. That's how you can make workouts always work for you, right? You can still enjoy the new movements. And even if you're somebody looking, keep going by the way, looking to improve your form, scale back on the weight till you have that form down. A few more seconds. Hi, Joseph. Thank you so much. You're always coming in with the compliments. I appreciate you. Break for 15. All right, deadlifts coming up next. Remember, 10 or 12 reps. Challenge what works for you. And don't be scared to try a little bit more weight. As long as your form's on point. Here we go. Notice as I come down just below the knees. Now, why just below the knees? Because if you go further and you don't have the hamstring length, likely that's going to cause you to round your back, which we don't want. So we're always working within our body's range of motion, which is why mobility and practicing more mobility in our everyday lives is so important, because you're going to slowly start to improve that range of motion. And then, you know what that also translates to? Better gains, better muscle recruitment, more full muscles, and more muscle, which also what? Stokes that metabolism, keeps you strong. Good. I hope I've sold you on mobility. Good. Booty back. We went a little long because I was chatting. Take your quick break there. One more set. Sit to stand on your bench. Last set, plyos. Hit it. So sit, jump up. Last set of these. Also, unique to this session today, I gotta call it out, there's no fire round. So once we're done with these, we move on, you don't see them again, which gives you all the motivation to go hard while we're here, right? Even if you scale back a little bit and just pop up on the toes. After this set, you're looking at a 45-second recovery before we go to block 2. I'm gonna ask you to grab water and then eyes on me for your next round of moves. Keep it up. 5 more seconds. I see you. Don't skimp on those last 5 seconds. You got this. and break. All right, 45 seconds on the clock, and you can actually keep your bench out. I'm gonna angle it a little bit. So our first mobility move, we're actually gonna do that same move I showed you, and we're gonna angle out, and we're gonna hit those glute strengtheners. So what we're trying to do is get our bodies into hip extension. That's the turnout, keeping the hips square, and then lifting up. We'll hit both legs. Your strength move, starting in 15 seconds. Weighted, you're gonna step up. I'd like you to just tap and then lunge back. So really focused on strength. First lead, we break 15 seconds, we switch. Weight selection is yours to choose from. All right, guys, come into position. I'll give you 10 seconds to get there. Bend your knee 90 degrees, push back to extension, angle out, and now just give me little lifts. 20 seconds here. Now the key is, don't squeeze your back. Separate by keeping your core tight and feeling the openness kind of through that hip joint and then activating the booty. You're kind of creating that triangle, yes? Hips square to the front. Okay, shake it out, switch sides. I'm gonna angle. Bend to 90, flat foot. So flex your foot, angle out. 20 seconds, press back. Woo! Because we got to do this in the warm-up, you get 3 sets of this today on both legs. I'm so excited for that. This move is so underrated. Very nice. Few more. All right, 15-second break. We're going to our bench. Remember, one leg comes up, so place your right foot on your bench. You're gonna step up, then as you come back, your right leg goes back. That's how you know you're on the right lead. We will switch sides halfway through. Let's go. I shouldn't say halfway through. 45 seconds each side. Lunge down. So right leg comes up, tap, right leg goes back, lunge. Nice job. Now what's the option? You step through, give me a balance, step back and lunge. You're still getting that movement pattern. Step back and lunge. 15 seconds, we're gonna do what I like to call a quick switch. Keep going, which just means no break in between your lead sides. Nice. Full range of motion. Switch leads, left leg up on your bench now. Tap up, lunge back. Nice work. All the way up. Beautiful job. Making sure I'm staying in frame with you. I want you to fully stand up when you come up on the bench. Use your full body, use that core, zip up nice and tall. Otherwise, you're here on the floor. Remember, left leg's initiating this set. Step up, step back. 10 seconds, please. The bench just adds a little bit more of a challenge as you incorporate the muscle groups that encourage you to move up. Break 15 seconds. Cardio HIIT. We're actually gonna use the bench. Lateral bench hops. You're gonna come up, tapping side to side. Let's go, hit it, 45 seconds. If you're not doing that, I want you to do travel squats on the floor. 45 seconds, please. Nice work. Now you don't have to go super fast. Keep going, you got 30 seconds. I gotta come in for this comment. Chrissy, you have probably been feeling my thoughts because I've been thinking about you, wondering where you've been. I'm so excited to see you in the chat. Jump in, you're not too late. Keep it up. Remember your option here, 15 more seconds. Going side to side, sinking low into that squat. You're still getting that lateral movement. Keep it up. And I'm reading the rest of your comment, Chrissy. You have a beautiful weekend as well, lady. Break for 15. All right, we are back to the top, mobility. Ready? I was like, catch your breath, flex the foot. You get 10 seconds to get in position, and that begins right here. So flex, 90 degrees, hips to the front, angle out. Now re-engage your core, keep it tight, and now lift for 20 seconds. Booty squeeze. Take inventory of your body right now. I want you to be able to feel the full glute activate to pull you up. If you're like, I don't feel it, this exercise, this mobility move has your name all over it. And I want you to practice. Switch sides, 10 seconds to get there. If the question in your head is, do I have to balance? No, you can absolutely hold on to something. Do you want to maybe balance? Yes. Go 20 seconds. You want to work up to that? Why? Because we don't often go through life holding on to things, so I want you to be able to use your core strength to execute and activate the booty. What you practice with me on the weight floor translates to everyday life. That's why I love including mobility in our sessions. Shake it out, 15 seconds. Step up, lunge back. Remember, quick switch in between, but last round we're doing this. Right leg's up on the bench to start, 5 seconds. 45 seconds each side. If you don't have a bench, drive through to balance. Reverse lunge, go. Step back. Take your time. Also, I'm cueing a tap when you're using your bench, not a balance, so that you can really focus on that leg that's stepping up. Not feeling the wobble of the balance necessarily. If you're not using a bench, you can afford to add a little balance and then milk that reverse lunge. Good, 15 seconds, please. Nice big step back. These are powerhouse sets today. Unilateral, training each side individually. And quick switch, left leg up. Lunge it back. Good, working on, maybe there's a side that's a little more challenging for you. This is your opportunity to close the gap and focus on really good form. Good, 5 seconds, please. And weights down. Lateral bench hops. Or, what was the option? Lateral floor hops. Last 45 seconds. Leg comes up. And let's begin. 45 seconds on the clock. Push up, sink. Push up, sink. The plyo is actually on the switch. Do you feel that? Then you cradle that landing. Nice work, team. 30 seconds. You got this. Option, reminder, if you don't have a bench, you do lateral bench hops. Again, that plyo is in the center as you punch up. Sit. There it is. 10 seconds. My bench is pretty high today. If you have a bench that takes your knee higher than 90 degrees, that's the challenge, right? Break. 45-second break right here. Okay, last block. We take this all the way to the end, by the way, and there's an extended 5-minute stretch if you want to stay. Otherwise, it's a stackable session. You can go right into something else. Get ready. Woo! Just a few seconds before we start. Your first move, we're gonna actually come down to the floor and we're gonna do supine adductor movements starting in 15. Then we're gonna grab one weight. You're gonna do a single leg squat to a single leg deadlift. 10 to 12, so it's either 5 or 6 reps of each of those movements. Okay, come down to the ground, knees up to 90 degrees, and we're gonna hit adductor, both legs. Just start with those both legs coming out to the side. Flex your feet. Squeeze in, drag with those adductors. Good work. Now in 10 seconds, we're gonna go ahead and add an alternate and add an extension on each leg. Keep it up. Just gonna bring it closer to show you this move. Okay, alternate with an extension. So we come out with one leg, extend, in, and come up. Other side. It comes out, extend. We're just allowing a little bit more time under tension for that adductor. Woo! Keep going. Let's go 20 more seconds. I know you feel it. We're just getting in that groove. Now this one is not only great mobility for your lower body, it's also great training for that pelvic floor. Good. 10 seconds, you're gonna pop right up. You're gonna pick your first lead side. Single squat, single deadlift. And again, we're gonna do the quick switch protocol. Break for 15, meet me on top. Select your weight. Be mindful that it's one weight. It is one side. Go heavy. Single leg squat to deadlift. Kickstand, let's go. Full 45 seconds. Can you progress this to a balance? 100%. Why would you maybe want to keep the toe tap? If you are working on range of motion, as long as you keep that toe tap light, you're still gonna get a ton of work. So down to the squat, hinge for the deadlift. Yes. We have 15 more seconds. We quick switch. 10 seconds, you're just gonna switch those feet. And which hand has the dumbbell as well? All right, go ahead and switch it. Toe tap. Match reps, please. Also, keep the energy, especially on the deadlift, moving forward. So you want your full foot to stay on the floor. Bend your knee. My weight is in that front leg. Hinge. I naturally take my arm out to the side because it counterbalances the weight. You want to try to keep those hips square. However, on the deadlift, if you want to give me a little bit of an internal rotation, that's okay. That allows you to get a little bit more into that glute medius. Keep it up. 5 seconds. We take a 15-second break. And we have our last cardio hit. Break right here. Okay. Plyo squat, plyo lunge. So we sink, you catch it in a lunge, sink wide, catch it in the other side lunge. 45 seconds. Let's go. Sink. The plyo is on the jump, of course. Low impact. Just remove that jump and go right into a squat to alternating lunge. Either way, just keep moving your body. So good. Don't be scared of plyometrics. Just land soft, build slowly, work at it safely, and slowly you're gonna progress with strength and the ability to absorb that shock without hurting the joints. 5 more seconds, push. We get to go back to that mobility set next. Break right here, meet me on the floor. We are gonna go right into the alternating. We're gonna do 45 seconds. So bring it up, 90 degrees, begin right here. Take it out to the side, extend, bring it in, squeeze in, alternate. Really think about opening up the inner part of your leg to the ceiling. I flex my foot, reach out, catch all the way to that side, drag it in. Remember that lateral lunge drag? You're essentially doing that, dragging in. These moves are game changers for your body, team. I am not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna get you pumped on the fact that even if you feel sometimes like, does mobility really give me the results? Yes, yes, extra 10,000 more yeses on top of that. Keep it up. I'm gonna give you 15 more seconds, why not? Kick it out, bring it in, drag it in. We're gonna pop up. We have 2 strength moves, 1 cardio hit. Break, come on up. Quick switch in between, single leg squat to deadlift. Kickstand or balance. I've been loving the kickstand option these days. All right, I'm starting with my right lead with the weight, left leg on the ground. Let's go. Squat. Deadlift. Now I'm facing front so I can show you on that deadlift the angle. If you want to give me a little bit of a rotation, that is going to help you get a little bit more into the full glute medius. Come on, 45 seconds, team. You got this. We quick switch it at the top. Then we take those plyos all the way to the end. Yes. 10 seconds, we quick switch that. Good work. 3, 2, 1, switch, 45 seconds. Light tap. I check every single rep, by the way. Sink. Love it. Push. We are almost there. Nice work, 15 more seconds. We're gonna take a quick break. We are going to get that last 45-second in of our cardio HIIT. You are almost there. Few more, please. 5 more seconds to push. Break right here, and we are gonna go ahead and hit plyo squat, plyo lunge. Sink low, split lunge. 5 seconds before we go. On my count, and let's hit it. Sink down. 45 seconds, then we're gonna go into an extended stretch, which is 5 minutes, if you like. Otherwise, the reason that I call that out specifically is because you can make this a stackable workout, and you can skip the stretch as long as you promise to stretch after your next session. I like to do that to remind you that if you want to do a little more, you can certainly stack workouts. Come on, 15 seconds to go. Almost there. 3, 2, 2.5, 1, and you made it. Step touch right here. Okay, deep breaths. Woo! So if you'd like to scoot into another workout you're gonna stack on, please be my guest. Thank you for joining me for the first part, which is our main workout, the 30-minute lower body FIITMIX fusion. Now we're gonna go into 5 minutes of dedicated stretching. Right now, I want you to take some deep breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth, and just calm that heart rate a little bit. And we're gonna do some dedicated static stretching, which is also why I prefer that if you do the stretch, you don't do anything after. Static stretch you wanna save for when you're done. All right, I'll do my last deep breath in with you. Exhale, reach nice and wide. Take your hands behind your back. Extend and give me a chest stretch. Take your legs wide. From here, come down, adductor stretch, shift. Good, land in the center, heels down. Take your hands to prayer position, push those knees out with your elbows. Good, now hips high, slight bend in your knee, use your glutes to pull you up, round the shoulders. Deep breath, hands behind your back again. Let's do that whole combo, chest stretch, hold, drop down, shift. Feels a little rhythmic stretch-ish, right? We're gonna be doing a rhythmic stretch here soon, a new one. Hold in the center, press it out. If you're not sure what rhythmic stretch is, it's stretching to the beat of the music. Hips up. Squeeze with your booty, come all the way up. Shoulders back, right leg back. Side reach, hold. Nice. Now take your right leg, we're gonna come into a lateral lunge stretch. Everything's static, so come down and hold. Freeze. Take your left hand inside rotation if you'd like. Switch sides. Very nice. Come back to center. Both legs are straight. Hold it. Good. Tuck your chin, roll all the way up around the shoulders. Other side. So take your left leg back. Big side reach. Nice. Big smile. Did you drop the smile the whole time? If you did, pick it up right now. All right, take your leg out to the side, lateral lunge, deep hold. I like to lift my heel and then pop my toe. Get a little deeper into that stretch. right, right arm up if you want, internal rotation. And then switch. Good, go ahead and come back to center. Legs wide, reach. Let everything drop forward, slight bend in your knee, activate the glutes. Do you feel that? Now try to use your glutes to pull your hamstrings up a little longer. Good, heel toe in just a tad, round up. Around the shoulders. Very nice work. All right, standing quad stretch. Isometric hold. 20 seconds. Beautiful. 10 more, then we're gonna switch to the left. Easy peasy from here. Good, go ahead and switch. So what's the difference between static and dynamic? Static is just you hold that stretch. I'm gonna hold about 20 to 30 seconds for a static stretch. I do a lot of dynamic stretching. We do, I should say, I do it with you. But at the end of the workout, doing some dedicated static is always a good idea. All right, glute stretch. Very nice, so squaring out that hip, take a nice seat down. You can reach, you can hold on to something. Again, I like to incorporate a little balance. All right, slowly come up, shake it out, switch legs. Left leg comes across, squaring out the hip, have a seat. Good, reach long. I tend to come in a little bit. Why not reach long when we're stretching? All right, right toe out, hamstring. Push your toe down a little deeper. Good, come up slowly, switch. Left heel out, hamstring. Left toe down, a little deeper. Good, come up to the top. Round those shoulders back. Give me 3 of the biggest deep breaths you can with an extra big smile. Lift up. Exhale. Good, 2 more, lift up. Exhale. Last deep breath in, all the way up. Exhale. Bring your hands in front of your body. Give yourself a round of applause. The reason I always end class with clapping, because I'm clapping for you, but I want you to clap for yourself. And that is so important because you, amongst everyone in your life that cheers you on, especially me, because I am also one of your biggest cheerleaders, you gotta be your own biggest cheerleader. Being excited and celebrating every single day you show up, push play, and get your workout done. Now I say workout loosely. Workout can be stretching, mobility. Maybe you're feeling a cardio HIIT day. Maybe you're doing a strength fusion. Maybe you're doing pure strength. If you are at least moving your body in some way that feels good to you and you're listening to your body, you are winning. So congratulations. Celebrate that every single day. And it's a moving train, or I should say, it's like a snowball that just gains speed and gets bigger and bigger. The more you do it, the easier it becomes, and it just becomes part of your routine, and results will follow. Stop focusing on results, focus on the consistent patterns, the habits that will get you to your results ultimately, and that's the name of the game. If you are looking for a plan, you know that I'm your girl. I'm here to help you so we can celebrate together when you reach your goals. So with that, thank you so much for joining me today, and I can't wait to see you in our next session.